Before we start this episode, please remember to subscribe and please like if you enjoy. Hello and welcome back to episode 8 of the Double Trouble podcast. I'm here with my co-host George.
Hi.
And today we will be talking about unique Japanese businesses.
Get that paper, B.
Alright, so, as I lived in America, coming back to Japan, I noticed some odd and some unique Japanese businesses that I wanted to talk about. Mm-hmm. And we were talking about it beforehand. We were like, oh, there are a lot of unique and odd businesses out there, like especially in Japan. So we thought we would like to talk about it. All right, let's get into this.
How you gonna segue? Yep.
All right, so the first thing I noticed, and a lot of people know this, is that Japan has like barely any trash cans.
Yeah, rarity indeed.
Yeah. So if you're walking down the street and you have a piece of garbage, it's likely that you're not going to find a garbage can. You're probably going to have to go to a station maybe. And even at a station, you have to go into the station.
Yes.
So, it's very inconvenient, I would say. In America, there were trash cans at parks, on the road, everywhere. So, to be fair, there are a lot of vending machines, and next to vending machines there's the trash can for bottles and cans, but I feel like that kind of makes people throw away garbage that aren't bottles and cans.
Yeah, exactly.
So if I had, I never do this, of course, but if I had a ice cream and it had a stick on it, I would probably throw it away in the vending machine thing because it's convenient. There are no trash cans around. I never do that, but hypothetically speaking, I feel like a lot of people do that.
Well, one of the again, this is all generalization, but what is seen as a virtue in Japan is you don't throw the rubbish into other places, right? Whether that's in the trash can or not, bringing home the trash to your home is seen as virtuous, because I say in the World Cup games, you always have news, especially Yahoo Japan. I'm telling you now that look at all these World Cup fans in Japan. They picked up their rubbish and they took it home. This is glorious Japan or whatever. So I don't know where it comes from, but for some reason, taking out the trash outside is not really seen as good. Maybe.
No, true. Like, especially when I came, since I lived in America, there's trash cans everywhere. And my parents and my whole family, when I came here, it was like, oh, it's so inconvenient. And I hated it in the beginning. It was very inconvenient. I had to go into convenience stores just to throw it away. I kind of felt bad because, the people working there have to throw it away. So, kind of a thought that I had about trash cans. I feel like a lot of people would relate, though.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
And another thing is, in Japan, everyone uses the train. It doesn't. These two in the beginning don't really correlate with Japanese and unique businesses per se, but we just wanted to mention it because I feel like it's a very Japanese thing. So, do you have any thoughts about train usage? Like, I feel like we use it a lot. So.
Oh, absolutely. Well, if you flip the coin here and say, the parking is nightmarish in terms of the price. Not many places. Japan itself, there's not a lot of livable land, rather. And then the trains themselves are pretty damn good.
Yeah.
American trains
very bad, scary, dangerous.
Same in the UK on occasions. Not as bad as the US, I like to think.
Yeah.
But what can you say? The trains are just too good.
Yeah, like everyone in Japan uses it, and it's everywhere, basically. You could get from point A to B very quickly. They're very punctual, so you could get there on time. And I think, the late trains go up until like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
And then, the first trains are like 4 a.m. and stuff like that. It's very convenient. So, it's a very Japanese thing, I would say. A lot of people love trains. They use it a lot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now we're going to get into the businesses. All right. So the first one, it's about, cultural things.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one we wrote, hot springs.
Yeah, hot springs. Hot springs, that comes because of the tectonic plate. As we all know, there are 4 tectonic plates out here. That's why there are lots of earthquakes, right? Because the tectonic plates, when they not merge but collide against each other, that causes earthquakes. That makes mountains.
Okay, you're turning into a professor.
Not exactly. So, the bad side, you could say, sometimes you have scary volcanoes, and then the crowd is all grey and whatever. The good side is you can enjoy hot springs up in Kusatsu or up in Kumamoto or Hirugami or whatever.
So, a lot of people, a lot of foreign people who come to Japan come and realize that there are a lot of hot springs, and they're surprised that a lot of people go in there naked.
Right.
Yeah. So a lot of my friends from the U.S. come here, and I'm like, okay, let's go to the onsen, hot spring. And they're like, okay. And then they go there, and I start taking off my clothes, and they're like, whoa, 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 stop acting sus. And, I just tell them that's how it is. And, it kind of goes into the tattoo thing. Do you want to get into that?
Yes or no?
So, hot springs in Japan don't allow people who have tattoos because they're like gang related or something. And another Japanese and cultural thing, a business that's commonly here in Japan is Japanese guest houses, also known as ryokan. So, if you're going to an onsen, there's basically guest houses, I'm pretty sure, where you can stay after you get in the hot spring and relax. It's like a hotel, basically. Get in the hot spring, drink some milk, and then chill, and then stay over for the night.
Yeah, the biggest difference I would say is that the meals, afternoon meals, if it's half decent guest house, you get served a bonkers amount of food.
Yeah, and if you're going to like Hokkaido and stuff like that, dude, they give you like kaisendon, which is like,
tell me about it.
A bowl of just fish and like expensive crabs and stuff like that. And ryokan food, I would say, is very, very good, especially after a warm and very comfortable hot spring. So
it does tear your gut apart at times.
And then when you sleep after that, it's amazing. that's a day right there. Yeah. So another thing for the cultural things are temples and shrines.
Yeah. Our partners from Japan Films are all over about that. Big up.
I feel like you could talk about this a lot, I would say.
I'll keep it brief though, because I don't want to pretend as if I know certain stuff. Temples, the basic lowdown is that if it's a Buddhist worshipping place, it's a temple. If it's a Shinto worshipping place, it's a shrine. How can I say, the main religion really in Japan is Shintoism, but of course Buddhism is much more well known and has influence in India and China, but Shintoism less so around the world.
Very interesting. Thank you, Professor. Yeah, and a lot of tourists come to Japan, go to temples, shrines, and during some Japanese holidays, a lot of people gather around temples and shrines, to do the how do you say, the oinori. They pray basically.
Oh, the first day of the year, you mean?
Yeah.
Ganjitsu.
Yeah, and stuff like that. So it's a very cultural thing. You see a lot of those just walking around Tokyo, anywhere in Japan really. You can see those everywhere. And I felt that, that's a pretty unique and very Japanese business.
Yeah, if you were to go to one place that links this, is Ise Jingu in Mie. That's the mecca of Shintoism, I would say.
Yeah, and so next, we categorize this as chilling facilities. But okay, so we have two in this category. We have karaoke and internet cafe. So
Yes.
about karaoke, I feel like in Japan there's a lot of karaoke places, a lot, and this business is very well known in Japan. A lot of people go there, especially young people, and I feel like singing with your friends is a very Japanese thing to do. Karaoke is a very common word that's used on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Like after school, you're like, let's go to karaoke, man. Yeah. It's that kind of, it's very common to go to karaoke.
Oh, the thing. Well, I only lived in Japan, so maybe that's why I'm asking these questions. But why would you say it's weird? Not weird, but specifically Japanese. It could be adopted in the US, couldn't it?
I mean,
If they wanted to.
in America, I went to a karaoke once, but it's not as common, I would say. Like, I feel like if there's anyone watching that's not living in Japan, they would say that karaoke is not a very, they wouldn't say the word karaoke on a day-to-day basis. And I don't know why, but Japanese people love just singing with your friends. And in America, it's not that common.
Right,
Like,
right.
all I know is carpool karaoke with that guy. What's his name again?
James Corden.
Yeah, that's all I know about karaoke in the U.S. So, I don't know. In Japan, I feel like it's very common.
Well, with regards to karaoke, for most Japanese people, I would say it's a place where they can be themselves.
Mm-hmm.
It's where they can express the love for anison we talked about on the Japanese podcast. So animation, theme songs, whatever.
That might be one of the reasons. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
There's no need to hide your true feelings in a way. You can just let free and be yourself from time to time.
Yeah.
And karaoke is a great place to do that.
And I feel like a lot of songs are made for karaoke specifically. Like you said, anison, anime songs, are sung a lot by young people. People who love anime, love singing along. Everyone loves singing with their friends about anison, and then when we go, we don't know anything. Stuff like that, It's kind of sad, but karaoke, even in Japan, there's a lot of foreign songs on the playlist thing, but sometimes there aren't any songs that I want to sing. Like, there's Post Malone, but there's probably like 5 songs. There's Drake, probably God's Plan only. Other songs like Japanese people love Chainsmokers, Ed Sheeran, Justin Bieber, Shawn Mendes, Clean Bandit.
Pop songs.
Yeah, pop songs. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And K-pop.
K-pop.
K-pop. Whoever gets that reference, I love you. The second thing on the chilling facilities is internet cafe.
Yeah. But this has more of a negative connotation, I would say.
Really?
More so than karaoke places.
What is that?
Well, it's sometimes can fester into hiding grounds for homeless people. Right?
That is true. So basically what he's saying is internet cafe is a place where you can stay for several hours, from like 3 hours to 12 hours. You can stay there. There's a bed, there's probably a seat that turns into a bed,
Right.
and there's a computer, there's a TV or something. I never went to one, but you could chill there.
Comic books as well.
Yeah.
Big factor, yeah.
Comic books, and it's just a place where it's like a really small hotel. How big would you say? I'd say like when you stand up and open your arms, that's all the space you have.
Yeah.
And it's like a really small hotel with just a bed and a computer, basically. And you could stay there for a very cheap, it's very cheap. That's why a lot of, I guess, homeless people just stay there. And I think it was a problem. A lot of homeless people just like camping out in internet cafes and karaoke's, right?
Karaoke is... Oh, I haven't heard so much about camping out in karaoke places, but is that also the case?
No, homeless people like to sing. So, I mean, in Japan, there aren't like as many homeless people as there are in the U.S.
Right.
But like, you say that, but in Japan there are a lot more places homeless people can stay. You know what I mean?
Safe havens.
Yeah, like in America, like if you're homeless, you're out on the streets, but in Japan you're gonna be you're gonna be at a station. Like going back to the train thing, there's a lot of stations, so like camping out in stations, going to karaoke's, going to internet cafes. So like homeless people kind of gather around those kinds of places.
Yeah, the dark side of Akihabara Station.
Oh.
Ooh, yeah. The unmentionable.
Yep. And I'm kind of like breezing through these, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So the next category we have, okay, this is the most Japanese. I feel like a lot of people listening would, be like, oh, that's very Japanese.
It's good YouTube content.
Yeah. So it is food/cafes.
Yeah.
So the first thing, we have 4 or 5 things on here. The first one we have is vending machines.
Yes.
So vending machines are very, very common in Japan. When living in America, I think I had 2 vending machines in the locker room, I would say, in middle school, just for Gatorade and Doritos.
We could have Doritos. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
like
pretty
a
sick.
snack vending machine, like Snickers, Doritos, and stuff like that. And that's all we had. And I never thought much of it. I was like, oh, I don't need it. I could just go home. And I think the difference is, I just thought of this, but I think the difference is, in America, there's a lot of water fountains.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no need to buy water. So there's no need for vending machines,
Wow.
is what I thought right now, but I don't think that's true. But, there's a lot of water fountains compared to Japan. Would you agree on that?
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah, so I guess vending machines aren't needed, but in Japan, it's like, how commonly do you stumble upon a vending machine?
Every 200 meters, right? If it's a big city.
Yeah, it's very, very common. So if you're thirsty, you can just turn, you'll probably see one, and just buy. There's a lot of, on the PewDiePie reacting thing, he was buying soup. You could buy soup from the vending machines.
Yeah, but the corn, if it's normally corn soup, but the last 2 or 3 bits of corn, for some reason, it always sticks at the bottom. Nightmarish material.
So he was like kind of dissing the corn soup, which I was very offended by.
Mm-hmm.
But he did drink it. He said it smells very odd, but he drank it and he said it wasn't bad. He said it was good. So I recommend it. Promo.
Well, I think the lack of... Well, this is just another theory I'm putting out here, but the lack of vandalism, in Japan helps vending machines to thrive, right?
That's
because if it's in
true.
the UK, then it's gone. In an instant, in a day, the whole thing.
The whole thing. Someone's gonna bring a truck and then just throw it on the truck. The whole thing.
Just get some trucks in there and then
Yeah.
whoop into the alley.
And
Whoop.
probably in America the same thing, but some people might spray paint over it so you can't you can't see what you're trying to buy. So that might be another issue. So I guess Japan is a very, people don't vandalize things. So it's a very peaceful place.
Please don't vandalize vending machines when you come to Japan.
They didn't do anything to you, man. So what are some odd or weird things you've seen in vending machines? So let's go over the obvious: juice, water, energy drinks, coffee, soups,
Yes.
or some other ones.
Oh, a lot of fizzy drinks. Not exactly Coca-Cola and Pepsi for some reason, but lemonade, water lemonade combo.
A lot of
fizzy stuff.
have you seen the water that's like that kind of tastes like something? So water that has
Irohasu, yes.
a hint of orange or something like that. It's pretty good though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Alright.
Some other things, cup noodles. We have that at our college.
Yeah.
Cup noodles. So the thing about cup noodles is, So you buy the cup noodle, and then next to it there's a button where you can put your cup noodle, and it shoots out boiling water for you,
Yeah.
which is very convenient.
You get that in convenience stores as well.
Well, that's true, yeah. We should talk about convenience stores as well while we're at it.
Yeah.
But other vending machines, I would say, like in China, I've heard they have crabs, like live crabs in the vending machines. I don't know if that's true. I've seen it on a video, I think.
Yeah.
Some other things, I guess snacks.
Yes.
That's pretty normal.
We had it in our weird high school.
Yeah, promo. Yeah, so in a lot of schools, university, high school, middle school, it doesn't matter. There's vending machines for food and ice cream as well.
Yeah, good shout.
Yeah, ice cream. 37 ice cream. It's like a brand that's very famous in Japan.
31.
Oh shit, 31. Sorry. Oh no. 31 ice cream. Wait, isn't it 17? Oh boy. Oh shoot. So basically ice cream.
31 is the correct answer. Thank you.
Isn't it like 17 ice cream? Doesn't it say on the vending?
You're talking about Baskin and Robbins, right?
Yeah, but like on the vending machine itself, it doesn't say.
Oh, maybe.
And then there's 17 flavors.
Oh, okay.
And then it's like a popsicle in it. It's very good. What I'm trying to say. And should we talk about convenience stores?
Yeah, why not?
So, wait, do you have anything to say about convenience stores?
Yeah. Again, on our first episode, when we featured Takemi on the Japanese one, he works at a convenience store.
Hey.
Well, this is my personal opinion, of course, but I think for the workers, toughest part is the ticket allocation, the paperwork, because you can remember rather quickly to do the shelves, do the cashier work, but being able to remember the paperwork and ticketing, whatever, that's gonna take some time. Yeah. But the convenience stores are prepared to do all of that stuff, so it's good stuff, really.
You could really do anything at a convenience store, basically, and especially like you said, the ticket thing.
Yes.
Like nowadays, a lot of online shopping because of COVID. So a lot of convenience stores have to deal with that. And what other things can you do? So you could boil water. You can warm stuff up with a microwave.
Coffee machines.
Coffee machine. There's ice cream. I mean, that's very common in America as well. In America, there's at a convenience store, the things aren't that good. Not many variations. Japanese convenience stores is like a 5-star restaurant. Put that on a shirt.
And when you're desperate for the loo, there's always convenience store helping you out.
Hey.
And the magazines as well. Sometimes not so, how can I say, underage material, but what can you do?
Yeah, Japan had like a small problem with that.
Really?
Recently, yeah. So, they had the magazines open. Yeah, you could open the magazines initially, but now you can't open it now. It's like wrapped up in tape.
Yeah.
And it used to be like you can open it, you could read it at the store. It's kind of weird. But, Japan finally realized that that's kind of weird, and they taped it up.
Oh, good trivia, mate. Thank you.
Fun fact.
Yeah.
Another food and cafe thing. Yakiniku.
Yes.
How would you say that or describe that in English? It's
normally chicken meat, right? Is it pork even? I have no idea. No, pork is shabu shabu. Okay, so a normal
beef. Yeah.
It's beef, is it?
Yeah.
Yakiniku is beef.
I mean, it doesn't matter, honestly. There's chicken.
I'm not doing a good job.
I mean, I would say beef is very is like the main meat they use. So basically, you sit at a table, and then there's a grill in the middle, and then you use tongs. They deliver raw meat to you.
Yes.
And then you use tongs to grill it yourself. And some people might say you could just do that at your house, but don't say that because, in Japan, a lot of people don't have yards, backyards and stuff like that. So we can't actually do those stuff. That's actually a good point that I made. I didn't realize. And You just grill it yourself, and yeah.
Is that what brings the customers into these shops? Is that it gives you the feeling of being doing like barbecue outdoor like you do in the States?
I would say so, yeah, because doing a barbecue takes a lot of effort. College students like to go out to parks, then like do barbecues, but it takes a lot of work. You have to buy stuff. You have to buy tongs, not paper, plates, chopsticks, all that stuff. But at a yakiniku, it's like the same thing. It's just indoors, grill stuff with your friends. It's like the same concept, but it's just indoors, I would say. And pretty expensive.
No.
It's like an all-you-can-eat. So
Yes.
a lot of time it's about 90 minutes, a 90-minute course. They just bring you a lot of meat. And the dessert thing, in high school.
Tell me.
So when you go to yakiniku, everyone in high school so it's all you can eat. So everyone just orders like 20 desserts basically, and we just eat and stack all the cups and see who can eat the most. So we're full on desserts, not meat, which is kind of defeats the whole purpose.
I like the relay bit. At the end.
Yeah. So like Japanese people don't like to what would you say?
Eat them individually, you mean?
I mean, Japanese people don't like to leave stuff.
Okay.
Leave stuff on their plate. So if there's like a whole bunch of like food left over on a bowl, yeah, we do like a relay. And what's a relay?
I only found this out when I was first year of junior high, but you all the stuff that's been left over, you stack them into one, and then you just pass it on to everybody until everybody has enough.
Is this normal?
That's what I thought. My initial reaction was, this is very Japanese, right?
Really? Or it might be our high school thing. It might be like a really weird thing that we did.
I don't think so.
A relay?
It never happened in the UK, I can assure you
A
that.
relay? Like I feel like Japanese people don't really care about, using double dipping and stuff. American people hate double dips. I feel like if you bite a French fry, you can't double dip and stuff like that. So very sanitary on that end. But we do relays in Japan. I guess food waste is something we kind of I don't want to talk about. Okay, let's not go into that. Another thing, food/cafe. Ooh, very Japanese. Anime cafe.
Okay, I need to be educated on this.
Okay, I don't know a lot about this. You know that I don't watch anime, but for example,
Vice versa as well.
yeah, in Akihabara,
Yes.
which is a place in Tokyo, around Tokyo. It's a place where a lot of shops, a lot of stores revolving around anime and cosplay and stuff like that.
That's where the AKB comes from.
Yeah.
48, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of anime cafes there. A lot of people cosplay, and then I guess go into those stores. Wait, no, I might be wrong. So I guess you go, like, middle-aged men go into these anime cafes, and the workers there are probably cosplaying as characters. It might be a maid cafe. I might be talking about a maid cafe.
Yeah, that sounds like a maid cafe. But...
I mean, we could talk about that as well.
Yeah,
but
of course.
Anime cafe, like it's called Anika. Wait, did I make this up?
No, because for example, I'm vaguely aware of, say, the Cafe of Moomin, right? I mean, this is not. Is it anime?
Yeah, I would say so.
But yeah, so maybe you have Moomin that comes to you to ask how your food is, whatever. But
so basically, okay. So if you relate it to America, it's basically like SpongeBob giving you food.
yeah.
Basically.
Or if SpongeBob doesn't feel like it, then at least he'll ask during middle of your dinner dining experience to ask, how's your food, ladies and gentlemen.
Dude, this is so Japanese.
Exactly.
Anime cafe, yeah. So Japanese people love anime to the point where they want to be served by anime characters. Have you been to one?
Oh, we got to, don't we?
Oh, we should.
Absolutely.
Like
For the content.
two guys
For the culture.
Yeah, for the culture. Yeah. Two guys that know nothing about anime should go to an anime cafe, and they're probably gonna serve us, and we're gonna be like, "Who the hell are you?" And like kind of segueing into Maid Cafe. It's like kind of similar, I guess. Middle-aged men go into a cafe. They serve you like a lot of young women dress up as maids, and they serve you drinks like a cafe, normal cafe. And it's just the difference between a maid cafe and a normal cafe is that maids serve you. I think that's the only difference, right?
Yeah, self-explanatory.
Yeah, I would say so. And so another cafe that I want to talk about is I went to one of these. Both of these. Flex.
Tell me your experiences.
Flex. We're talking about cat cafe / dog cafe.
Yeah.
So, we're not eating cats or dogs, okay? I want to clear that up. All right, so shut the fuck up. Whoever thought of that? We're not eating cats and dogs. So a cat cafe. There's a lot of cats. I would say like 10 cats in a room, and you go inside, take off your shoes, and then you go touch the cats freely. And the cats are just chilling, walking around, having a good time. They're probably not, but having a good time, sleeping, walking, eating. And you just go into a room full of cats, basically. And for the dogs, same thing. And I went there. I'm allergic to cats, but I went there. I was crying. My eyes were red. I was sneezing every 2 seconds. It wasn't a good time, but they're very cute. I went to a dog cafe in Harajuku.
Yes.
It's a Shibaken.
Okay.
A Shibaken cafe, which is a type of dog commonly...
Most common
in Japan.
Yes.
It's a Shibaken cafe. You go in there, same concept. A lot of dogs in one room. And you just, pet them and they give you drinks. Which is very weird when I say it like that.
So, do you get served or do you serve the cats and dogs drink?
What do you mean serve the dogs and cats?
So I just thought maybe there will be a worker. They'll give the coffee to you, and then you're supposed to give the coffee to.
What?
You gotta.
That's a very interesting thought. But so they give you a drink that you want. Okay, so I commonly get a ginger ale, and then I just sip on the ginger ale while I pet the cat.
So cats and dogs don't get any drinks.
Well, if you pay like 100 yen, you could get food for the cats and dogs, so you could feed them.
Yeah.
But that's it. Yeah. It's very odd. So it's not like a real cafe. You don't sit down at a table. I want to like picture this out for the people listening. So you basically go in there, take off your shoes, and you sit down on the floor. And then the dogs and cats come up to you. I mean, if they don't, they don't. But they come up to you. Dogs are better, so dogs probably will come. And then, and then you pet the dogs because dogs are better. And then, you just have a good time.
Right, but how can I say this? What's the floor made out? Because there's no
tatami.
Tatami. Okay, yeah. Good. So, it's just that. But if you have food and drinks in that environment, then the cats and dogs will not leech, but they'll be gunning for your food.
I mean, maybe cats, but so dogs are smarter and better overall. So, dogs, I would say, aren't gonna like go after that. I would say, and dogs are much friendlier, love humans, cuter. Yeah. So they just I don't know, just come up to you, and then you just I don't know, you give them food. I don't know how to explain it other than that.
Well, we got
very simple.
It would be my worst nightmare, but I have to give it a try one.
So you hate cats and dogs, basically.
Yes. But it's good to face my fears from time to time.
I have a quiz for you.
Okay.
Quick quiz. What is the most commonly used word at a cat cafe / dog cafe?
Kite, isn't it?
No. I'll give you one more chance. Okay, actually,
kawaii.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of when you go there, you're probably gonna hear the word kawaii about 2 million times.
Yes.
Because I say it about 2,000 times.
Mm-hmm. Well, exactly. So I should face my fears from time to time, and
They're like this big.
alright, but and have the perception that more often than not dogs are kawaii creatures than terrifying creatures, and if you don't mind, then I would like you to come.
Okay. So our schedule for next week is go to anime cafe, maid cafe, and a dog cafe.
Yeah, there's a lot coming up.
Oh boy, we're gonna let you know how that goes. So moving on to the next topic / category is education. Education. The Japanese. This is a business, but a small thing that we noticed is blackboards.
Yes.
In Japan, in classrooms, in every classroom, or the majority of classrooms, they have blackboards.
Yes.
And I still remember this. I definitely know that you don't remember, but the first time I came to Japan, this was in 7th grade, like I said. I came to class, and then the teacher was like, in class, he was like, what's the biggest difference in the classroom in America and Japan? I said blackboard, and then everyone was like laughing hysterically. I was like, what? What? Why? What's so funny about that? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, it's a very good point. Yeah.
And then everyone was like, the language. I was like, what the hell? Like, am I wrong? Blackboard, whiteboard? I mean, so,
language is a good answer.
Yeah, I mean,
I like it.
I hate everyone now. I'm kidding. So blackboards commonly used in Japan, especially in elementary, middle school, high school.
Yes.
And I went to campus today for college, and I noticed that this class was using a blackboard. So, I mean, in college, some colleges use blackboards as well.
I mean, in my class today as well. Yes.
Oh, really? So, it kind of varies. A lot of classes have whiteboards or blackboards, So that's a small thing that we noticed. And this one, Japanese cram school.
Can I just ask, you never been to cram school, have you?
I actually have been to one for like 2 months.
Was it like a tryout?
What do you mean?
I
had to like apply and like take
otameshi, right?
No. I actually went for 2 months, I think.
Oh, really?
I was like very late to it. I was applying for college, and I needed help, so I was like, okay. And then my mom just signed me up. I had no control.
I mean, that's with most kids. But being there for only 2 months, that means you didn't like it so much, or you just thought you were really, really late?
No, I was really, really late. Like, I mean, I didn't mind it that much, but it was to the point where you get into college during April, and then I was like in there from like November or something. I was very, very late. Or right. October. That's way too late. So October, I would say. I went there for 2 months, and cram school is very normal for Japanese kids.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah, so
normal is an understatement.
yeah. So in Japan, it's basically like elementary, after school, you go to cram school, and then
well, yes and no, but yeah, go on.
And then middle school, from middle school, it becomes like a daily routine.
Right.
So in middle school, after school, from like 5 to like 7 or 8, you go to cram school. So you're out of the house for a long time. You're basically going to school 2 times, which makes it very Asian.
Yeah, thanks for a good summary, man.
It's not racist at all.
Yeah, I had my own cram school memories. Only in elementary school, though.
Oh.
Yes.
Let's hear it.
What can I say? It was only twice a week, but painful nonetheless.
Yeah,
But-
everyone listening is gonna be twice a week. What the? That's so much. Everyone's gonna think it's not normal to go to cram school. So
especially when you're in elementary school.
yeah. Oh, what you learn?
Japanese and mathematics.
Okay, very very Asian.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, but I wouldn't like to give too much credit to the cram school, but I have to say I was best mathematics when I was in my last year of elementary school, because I was able to do tsurukamezan, okay?
Okay. Okay. Flex.
I can decipher, oh, you got 6 donuts, it costs 1,200 yen. 1 donut costs 200 yen, supposedly, but actually it doesn't, because it's a sale. Okay, it's a bargain sale. So how much actually is it? Boom yakasha. I get that down in 5 seconds.
So you're the kid that was good at math, basically.
No, not by any chance. But I was just, what can I say? It was painful. I didn't do any homework. I do apologize now. And
I do apologize now.
and I did sleep through maybe 90% of the time. But I was able to pass and get into the weird junior high school because of it. So, benefit. We can argue until the cows come home whether it's really beneficial. But yeah, I'm sure there'll be a lot of arguments about it.
So, what grade do you recommend cram school if you're Japanese? So, elementary, middle, or high school?
It depends on which how can I say test you're gonna go through, because I didn't do the high school test, but I did for the junior high and university. Bit shady, but yes. But don't do more than 1.5 years, whatever.
Nah.
Is that too much?
No. It's for Japanese people. They do it for like 6 years.
Oh gosh.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. It's a routine. It's normal. It's like brushing your teeth in Japan.
Right.
It's so bad.
But there are other things you can do as well. Playing out and about.
Yeah.
Kick a ball, whatever. But
A lot of learning, a lot of education.
education. Yeah.
Education. And what makes it worse? I'm gonna make it worse. There are English conversation schools, also known as
Eikaiwa.
yeah.
But there's no proper English word for this, so you know how Japanese.
Japanese, yeah. So basically, this English conversation school, which is like, it's a translation that we made, but it's eikaiwa, which is you just go to. It's like cram school basically. You go to class after school, and then take online or like face-to-face classes with your teacher and learn English conversation.
Yeah.
And it's just, I feel like a lot of Japanese people do this eikaiwa thing because they want to speak more like fluent English. I think that's why.
Natural, you can say.
And like this kind of goes on to English education in Japan, but English education in Japan only focuses on grammar. So I feel like they have to, go out of their way to learn English conversation skills, speaking skills, I would say.
Yeah, you can learn grammar all you want at cram schools, but if you want to be fluent or eloquent with the English language, you have to go to third school. God damn it!
Dude, we're losing that money. Dude, it's so expensive. Have I mentioned the cost?
Please tell me, please tell me.
Cram schools, especially for applying to college, like in high school. Oh my god, those cost a fortune. You could buy a car with that thing, man.
Absolutely.
And English conversation school, luckily we didn't have to go. But I don't think. Do you have any friends that like went to this kind of school?
No, I mean, compared to cram schools, it's a minor business.
Yeah, it is a minor business. I feel like it's kind of growing right now. A lot of online businesses. I'm actually applying to be a teacher for that, and I'm just teaching like little kids. But it's very. I wouldn't say very common. It's kind of getting common. English conversation schools. Yeah. So, this is the juicy part of this episode. The last category.
Yes.
Nightlife.
Nightlife.
Oh, baby.
Not that we know so much about it, of course.
Yeah, of course. But the first thing we have on here is izakaya.
Yes.
which is a drinking place very common in Japan. It's called izakaya. It's a place where you drink with your friends and family, not family, but with your friends. They have alcohol for a very cheap price. It's like there's all you can drink places, all you can eat places, and it's very common in Japan. And a lot of college students and a lot of sararima, businessmen, go there after work, after school, and have a good time with their friends drinking. And there's a lot of those in Tokyo, especially.
Yeah. All you eat 90-minute sessions.
Mm-hmm.
Those are hosted quite a lot in izakaya as well, just like yakiniku places.
Yeah.
Right.
So yakiniku and izakaya, they're like both very good places to have a not party, but like a get together with your friends and get to know them better. So it's like a 90-minute all you can drink, and then after that it's called hashigo.
Yes.
You go to one izakaya, and then after that you go to another izakaya, which is called hashigo.
Pub golf, basically.
Yeah, pub golf. Dude, we should do pub. Oh wait, no, never mind. All right.
No, can you just say that with izakaya, you don't exactly have to drink. Some of the foods sold in izakaya, they're very small, ippin ryori as it's called in Japan, Japanese small delicacies, but they are some of the most uniquely Japanese food, say egg rolls or real sashimi here and there. So I would say just having the food itself is not a bad idea by any means.
I went to an izakaya with my friend last time, and we didn't drink because, of course, we don't drink. And we went there, and the food there is very good, I would say. Because I would say at izakaya, they serve very good food because it's called otsumami.
Yeah, ippin.
Yeah, it's something that you eat. Otsumami is something that you eat with your drink, with alcohol. And those things are very, I would say, they taste, how do you say kudoi or koi?
Maybe salty, quite in your face. Maybe.
Yeah.
I can't think of the word.
Yeah, so it's kind of those kinds of food. So it's very good, and it's not that expensive too. So I would say if you're not gonna drink, it's completely fine to go to izakaya to not drink. But a lot of people go to there to drink because it's very cheap, and you could go there for a long time, have nomikai. Yeah, which is very common in Japan.
Oh gosh.
And when going or looking for a izakaya, if you're walking down the street of Tokyo, there's going to be a lot of people bargaining, a lot of people talking to you. Touting.
Yes, touts.
So a lot of people come up to you and they're like, "Sir, would you like to come to our izakaya? Our izakaya is the best, it's very cheap. Would you like to come?" Have you experienced that?
Of course. All the Nigerians living in Japan. I know this sounds racist and whatever, but it's kind of true.
Let's be honest. Yeah, and okay, it's not racist, but they're the most friendly. They're good at talking.
Oh gosh, yes.
Because Japanese people are kind of timid, I would say. So Nigerian people and a lot of actually foreign people do kyakuhiki bargaining and touting, and they come up to you, they're like, "Oh, sir, are you looking for another izakaya that you're trying to go?" And then the best thing to say is, "I'm underage," or say, "I already have a place that I want to go to." If you say like kangai tokimasu, which is
I'll think about it.
You should never say that. They're gonna stick onto you. The thing is, those people get a reward for getting customers into the izakaya. So if one bargainer gets you into the izakaya, they get a reward from the store. So they're very desperate.
Oh sure, yeah.
So if you want to go to an izakaya in Japan, you should pick one, never change your decision, and just go to it. And if it's late at night, there's gonna be a lot of people talking to you. You got to get used to that.
Yeah, it's a hard bargain. Oh, it's in the name, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
So other things in the night of Tokyo, Japan. Hostess bars, girls bars, and gentlemen's club. All right, we're getting into this. All right, it's getting juicy.
Mm.
So hostess bars. Do you know anything about those?
One or two games. I've seen gameplays. This is something I need more research on it.
So hostess bars, it's basically a place where one guy serves girls that come in. It's like the opposite of maid cafe.
Or Gentleman's Glove.
Yes. So a guy is there, a host is there. Commonly has a very funky hairstyle, very handsome, tall, and has like golden hair. And then he welcomes you girls into his restaurant or booth place area.
Far in the booth.
And what you basically do is you drink with that host. And the host, gets you to drink. He's like, what do you want to drink next? And it's basically like, drinking with another guy, but you're paying for it. And like all of these things, when I explain them, sound very, very weird when I say them out loud. But being a host is very hard, but the salary is very, very high.
Right.
In Japan, so being a host, you have to get sales, you have to get famous. So when you go to Tokyo, you probably see big signs of hosts, or like on trucks, you see people's faces, like guys' faces, saying like, this guy's the youngest host and the most handsome, and he's the best and friendliest, and that kind of sort of stuff. So you have to get famous to get more traction and get more sales. So, it's kind of weird. I wouldn't say weird, but a very Japanese business, I would say.
Oh, what's the how can I say? What's the definition of a good host? What qualities do you need? Mostly, you think, to be seen as a good host?
Friendly and not persuasive, just being friendly and talkative.
Yeah.
Being able to talk and being like, I don't know. Yeah,
but you can be friendly and talkative and still be a creep. So what's the?
I don't know. Just being. So basically, my friend is a host, and he's saying that he gets hella paper for being a host, and he has to get up late, early, and he has to drink from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. and he's battered. He drank a lot, and you have to like open champagne and then like chug it and stuff like that, to get them hyped up, and then you like give them drink and stuff. It's basically like that. And from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. that's their other shift. You go there, you drink again until you like fall, and it's just like that. It's that kind of business.
So the more you drunk, the better.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Basically. So it's just a drinking business. And you get bank. You get bank from this job.
I believe you,
Yeah. And other business in Japan is girls bar.
Mm-hmm.
Very similar to maid cafe. Girls bar is where girls serve you alcohol. Male men go there, and then it's like a bar, and girls serve you alcohol.
But there's a more sort of sexual tension, is there, than maid cafes? Right?
Yeah. So basically in hostess bars, guys aren't flirty, but I mean you could take. There are some cases, of course, where there's kind of sexual tensions, but in girls bar, of course, men are more, gullible and dumb. So,
good word.
So girls attempt to, kind of flirt and get them to buy more drinks. And, girls bars, I heard that, if you get a guy to like, kind of like you could get them to buy some drinks and stuff like that.
Maybe one day.
No. Oh boy.
Just saying.
One day. All right. So we got a lot of plans.
Absolutely.
So the last one, we're gonna keep it simple on this one. Gentlemen's club. It's called kabakura in Japanese. This is all sexual. This is all sexual. So guys go in there, girls, they don't go to the last stage. You go right before it, and you pay them. Yeah, that's it. It's basically like prostitution, but you don't go until the last.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's basically like that. So.
That's what gentlemen want about.
So the nightlife of Japan is very Japan-like, I would say. It's kind of normal now for us, right? You're used to it.
Right.
Walking around Tokyo, being talked to by like a lot of guys saying, "Come to my izakaya." We're used to that now, and seeing big signs of hosts and girls' bars, and when coming to Japan. Be ready for those. There's going to be a lot of those, especially during the night. So, be warned. You have been warned.
We have also given other warning signs. Volcanoes. What else do you have?
Volcanoes.
Cram schools. They're gonna hurt your children's heart one day, maybe.
Mental state.
Mental state, exactly. Thank you. So, plenty of warning signs across the board.
I would recommend the food/cafe category for today. Go to a dog cafe or a cat cafe. Dog cafe is better. If you come to Japan, it's very cute. You're gonna see vending machines even if you like it or not. Go to a karaoke if you want. Internet cafes, there's probably gonna be a homeless guy. And I think that covered it. Yeah. And always use the train. And there's no trash cans.
No, I think that's a very good wrap up.
Yeah, so today we talked about some unique Japanese businesses and gave out like 5 categories and, covered a pretty good amount of, some unique businesses that are only in Japan.
Indeed, indeed. For more great content like this, please check out our TikTok, Instagram. Do we have a Facebook page?
Yeah.
No, we do.
Yes. Yeah, we do. And we have a shorts channel that is kind of dying out, but go check it out. If you guys subscribe, we will put more videos up. We are kind of focusing on this channel, but please subscribe. It's on our featured channels, DTShorts. Please subscribe and like this video if you enjoyed. And
well, until then, take care
and peace.